not how you thought the birthday was going to go. But you know, it's an unfortunate situation. You know, I don't agree with it, but I mean, Jack's making the decisions, and so I'm going to do my part. I'm here, and so I'm going to help Ryan out the best I can.
What did he say the reasoning behind the decision was?
He said he has to think about the future with the draft, and we have to see what they have in Ryan, and so that's what it came down to. He, you know, it's been voiced to me. I was in no reason, you know, I wasn't the reason for the way the season has gone. Felt like I played well, and you know, have done some things to keep this team together in this stretch, but he just feels like he's got to figure out what they have in Ryan. Talked to everybody in the team meeting today and just said, I don't agree with the decision, but you know, I'm here. I'm going to do my part. I'm going to be the same guy that I've been since I've got here. You know, I've been through a lot in the 9 years that I've been here. I've done a lot for this city. My heart has been in for this team, in for this city, and I think a lot of people see that. And so, just letting everybody know that I'm going to be the same guy, regardless of the circumstance and regardless of the situation that I'm in. But and to just kind of clear the air. You know, obviously there's the awkwardness of, okay, do I say something to him? Do I not say something to him? Do we talk to him? Do we leave him alone? Just like, let's just get that behind us. You know, if you want to say something to me, say something to me. If not, don't. It's fine. I'm going to be okay.
Because of the team's record, was there even a remote thought in your mind that they might do it just to shake things up?
You know, it's hard to say. You know, I felt like there's a lot of things that I did well and gave us a chance to win some of these games. And so, you know, and I've had a lot of conversations with Zach. You know, he even said we've met after games, we've met on numerous occasions. I've been in that office way more than I've ever been in there, and just trying to figure out what we can do, what I can do, and you know, obviously he wants to head a different direction. Yeah, it's one of those things where he's not going to bring it to me. It's already been decided. You know, it's nothing I'm going to say is going to change anything. He obviously felt like it was the best thing to do for this team, even though I don't agree with it. But yeah, I mean, I don't think anything I could have said would have talked him out of it.
Andy, is this one of the hardest things you've ever been through in your career personally?
For sure. You know, I think just because of the unknown of everything. I've had a lot of stability here. I've done a lot, and so to go through the stretch that we've gone through, as you know, from a football standpoint, and then to have this happen. And it's one of those things you really have to, for me, I'm really relying on my faith, knowing that God has a plan for me and my family. And it's easy to say when things are good, but through times like this, you really have to lean on that and trust and believe it. Yeah, I think that's an unfortunate thing. I mean, it happened 3 hours before the trade deadline. You know, I wish it would have at least, you know, if he was thinking about it, at least let me try to see if I could end up somewhere else, or you know, at least see if there was interest in possibly getting traded. At that point, the way it was all handled, there wasn't enough time to even have that happen.
Would you push that in this offseason then to look to go somewhere else?
You know, right now I'm just focused on this year. Obviously, there's a lot to come in the next 8 weeks and beyond after this year. I want to have an opportunity to play. I want to have an opportunity to be somewhere where I'm wanted. And you know, if that's here, great. If that's not, then you know, we'll see. But right now, it's not my focus. My focus is just, you know, playing my role on this team. Ryan was one of the first people I reached out to, just to let him know, like, this has nothing to do with Ryan. You know, Ryan and I have been close ever since he's been here, and we've built up a really good friendship. And so I don't want Ryan to think that I have any ill will towards him. He didn't do anything wrong. All he did was, you know, be here and show up and do things the right way, and they want to give him an opportunity. And so, like I said, I'm going to help him out. I've seen a lot of football. We have a lot of division games coming up. I understand how all these defenses have played us and just their scheme and things. So I mean, I'll help him from that standpoint. I haven't had a chance to talk to Duke or anybody, but I know my agent was, trying to figure out what we could do in those last, remaining couple hours before the trade deadline. It's one of those things where I've had a lot of good, football years here. We've had a lot of good seasons. Can look back at all the playoff, runs that we made, just what we had to overcome to get there. To start a season 8-0. I've been on the other side of it too, and so I never envisioned it to kind of happen like this. I never thought that I'd be in this position, and so I wish it would have been different. Absolutely, because when Zach got hired here, it's like, had a plan that we were going to get this thing turned around, we were going to get this thing going, and obviously that hasn't happened. There's been a lot of other things that have gone on that probably, have caused it to not be the way that we thought it was going to be, and stuff that's been out of my control, and so that's unfortunate. But it's one of those things where if this is the end here, which I don't know. I don't know what the future holds, like I was saying, but this is not how I had envisioned it.
What was your conversation like with A.J. Green? What was your conversation like with him?
Yeah, A.J.'s been one of my closest friends since like we got here. Obviously, we got here together. We've been through this whole thing together, and so he's, like you said, he understands everything. AJ's got my back. We're going to be friends for the rest of our lives. So, it's tough to not have a guy like that out there when you're going through all this. To not have your best player on the field, but like I said, AJ's been very supportive of me.